Morning, everybody. It's John from Veganism KILLS. It's 5:22 a.m., December 19th. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Carrie Forrest, MPH in Nutrition. She became vegan in 2010, and she quit in 2012 after she was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. All brought on to you by veganism. Vegans don't get cancer. Even though it's an MPH nutrition telling you that's what happened to her. Let's see what vegans say about this one. I want to hear the elaborate, twisted excuse that's going to come out of their mouth. She's not Dr. Greger. She's not Hench Herbivore. She's not Earthling Ed. She's not Frilly the Banana Girl. Nor is she Happy Healthy Vegan. She actually has highly esteemed credentials in nutrition. Now let's see what she says. Now the article is new, so there hasn't been any new data from the vegan camp to debunk anything this woman has to say. And first of all, the people debunking her don't even have the credentials to debunk a pizza delivery boy. Okay, this is the diet. They consider it extreme eating. Legume protein sources can increase risk of a leaky gut. Okay, that's true. Legumes have high levels of anti-nutrients, which is true. As human beings, professional doctors and scientists have known about oxalate poison since the 1850s. They know consuming a high oxalate diet is going to make you sick because oxalates are poison to the human body. Period. Period. You drink or imbibe enough poison, it will kill you. There's no ifs, ands, or ors about it. Anything coming out of a vegan's mouth is nonsense. The vegan diet is not healthy. If they're telling you it's healthy, well, then they better go back to the 85% of the vegans who quit in their first year and ask them why they quit, which is because of health reasons, and a lot of them got a nice pile of medical bills because they were misinformed by these vegan talking heads who have no credentials, have never treated a real live patient with good results or testimonials. They misinformed you. They lied to you. They told you to take a toxic substance and they told you it was healthy. That's the definition of quackery and the snake oil salesman. Every vegan should go and sue these bastards out of existence. All of them are lying to you. Or they're just plain stupid, which still, I'm sorry, ignorance of medical science, that's it. You told them to do it, and you didn't know what you were talking about. They took your advice. They got sick. You're responsible. You should pay for all the sickness and death and destruction you caused. Soy protein sources can cause hormone disruptions, including estrogen and thyroid hormones. Again, that's how this lady got thyroid cancer. She's telling you. So now, this explains a lot to you vegan guys out there. Not your one-off, one out of a million vegan bodybuilders who exist on testosterone and protein all day long. We're talking about the average protein deficient male vegan whose shoulder width is, looks like a woman's body shoulders. I never see. Look in the mirror at yourselves. If you can count all your ribs up your front and up your back, you have a problem. If your clavicle bone is sticking out where I could see it, and with no problem stick my finger on it, you have a problem. When I see you holding kids that my kid's a vegan, and I can count every vertebrae from the top of the child's neck down to their hip and see all their ribs exposed through their skin, where you can actually count the ribs, one at a time through the skin, you're causing your child malnutrition problems. You're torturing your child by not feeding them proper. All right? Heme iron, which you can only get from meat. Don't tell me to eat spinach. It's not the same iron, and spinach is one of the most oxalate-laden leafy greens you can eat. Don't tell me cooked spinach, it takes the oxalates out. No, it doesn't. It actually doubles them up. This is because vegans lack any coherent information in the realm of reality. They're misinforming people. They got people taking all of these man-made supplements, which probably a lot of them can't be digested by the human body, though they'll be present in the bloodstream. You're just going to piss them or shit them out. And since you got a high oxalate diet, even the minerals that you, if you do take the right ones, are just going to be bound to the oxalate and stuck in your body in the form of a kidney stone somewhere. And not to top it off, oxalates have been linked to cause breast cancer in women. How these guys are telling everybody this is a healthy diet in the face of medical science, which shows it's contrary to their make-believe facts and fantasies, and get away with it, I don't know. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan and you got sick while being on this diet and following these people's advice and their false information, and you took in a high oxalate diet, and oxalates have known to be toxic to the human body, they're responsible for the damage that was caused by their recommended diet. They're responsible, and I think they should be held responsible. Increased risk of depression with low omega-3 fatty acid intake. This explains Freely the Banana Girl and her friggin' antics that you see all the time. Does it look normal when I do it? Well, it's not normal when she's doing it on screen. Are you catching up to speed? Are you there yet? Go take some B12, vegans, before you watch this video. Because I don't think anything's going to get through without that supplement. Zinc absorption. Blocked. Risk of consuming too much carbohydrate. That leads to diabetes. And you could read right down here. She'll tell you my experience with being vegan and moving away from veganism. Thyroid cancer, 2012. And this isn't coming from you run-of-the-mill ex-vegan, okay, or anti-vegan. This is coming from somebody that has an MPH in nutrition. Do you understand what I'm showing you people here? Masters of Public Health and Nutrition. Dr. Greger would be mopping her floors if he ever worked anywhere where she worked, okay? Earthling Ed probably be delivering pizza. Hench herbivore, he'd be scrubbing toilets. And Freely, well, Freely's a different case on her own. I wouldn't put Freely anywhere near anybody. She's not a social person. And what these vegans are doing to everybody is very antisocial. It's the opposite of what they claim to be. Because if you know this, anybody who can pick up a book, anybody, nothing's stopping you to find out that since 1850, oxalates have always been considered a risk to human health and have damaged the human physique. Since the 1850s, they were able to trace it. And if you believe that eating a high oxalate diet is going to make you healthy, you didn't graduate high school or something. I don't know. Something is obviously wrong there, because anybody can read this. Even if you haven't went to school and you learned just the basics on how to read. If you can read a study, you should be able to understand this. But for the life of me, The only thing I can figure out why they keep pushing this diet is because they make money from it. You know, from the products they push or promote. It could be their restaurant, promoting their restaurant to the everybody to go to their vegan restaurant. You just promote the vegan diet, and you get more people coming into the restaurant. He built, like Earthling Ed, he built a YouTube following. He opened up a restaurant. All the vegans think it's like going to Mecca when they go to Earthling Ed's restaurant in London. And they put photos. Oh, I've been to Earthling Ed's restaurant. Oh, like they're going to some kind of religious pilgrimage. I can't figure it out. They're out of their minds. They're out of their minds. And what's the best part of it is when people complain, hey, look, I followed your advice. And that's what they're giving. They're giving you advice about your health. Some of them claim to have a nutrition certification of some kind. Others claim to be a doctor. And they're giving you medical advice that the vegan diet is healthy when it's 180 degrees to the contrary. Right from mainstream medical science will tell you. And it's nothing new. It's been known for 170 years, but yet, no, they just dismiss it, brush it off. Hey, my aunt just got breast cancer eating all this vegan diet. Why? Because the doctor told her that in the study they found that oxalates give her breast cancer. And what's the vegan's response? They didn't do it right. Yeah, that sounds more like you're trying to avoid a problem than resolve a problem. Let me tell you, these guys know what they're doing, and they know people are getting sick, but they love money too much rather than people, and that's why you got all of these vegans getting sick, like this lady here. She was introduced to veganism by a vegan, an ill-informed vegan. She should have known better. But now, I guess, living through the experience and coming out the other side, she's sharing the information with everybody else because she doesn't want anybody else to suffer from these quacks. And that's what they are, quacks. So people, be warned about this vegan diet. You don't have to believe me. You just can ask this lady and she'll tell you all about it. She's got a very interesting article here. Just read it. Judge for yourself. But as far as I'm concerned, vegans are quacks.